7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
Did you just get tired on us?
No, I've been tired for a week.
It just kind of happened.
Been tired for a week. Tomorrow is a day off.
McFizzle? You McFizzle? Huh?
Well, it's not a day off. I got to do bingo tomorrow night, but I get to sleep tomorrow.
Yeah, well, the bingo tomorrow night's cool. I wouldn't be there, but I have
You got plans.
I have plans.
You got plans.
Yeah,
That's
I've got a
okay.
big time.
It's okay. Well, tonight it's Wednesday on a rainy, fast day.
It is a nasty day.
Well, it's time for Weeby Tale, and I'm Captain Eric Hasty, and that, as always, is
John King.
John King.
John King.
Yeah. Eric is late. How am I late?
Late.
We're here on time.
Did you click over it? You did. You clicked over at 8:02.
I can't help it. Her Wi-Fi lags that much. We clicked on at 8. Yeah.
That's the problem. That's late. It doesn't matter whose Wi-Fi is late.
She's either still in Ozello that hardly even gets phone signal, or she's up there in the mountains of North Carolina
Where you hardly get any
I
signal.
don't know.
Yeah, but she gets snow.
They can have all that.
She gets a crisp, clean morning to wake up to because it's beautiful up there.
Yep. See, there you go. I've got a serious lag.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
Call me out. Show you. Well, we're going to try to have a good show for you tonight. As usual, we're shooting deep down inside the bunker here. We are shooting live as usual. Don't got a lot going on. We didn't have any captain's corners. I didn't make it to Captain's Cove today because I was out playing in the rain trying to make money today, and so we're gonna talk about a little scallop report. We're gonna talk about our little summer bash we had. That was a blast. Yeah. And we'll talk a little bit of fishing too. We've been doing some fishing, so we'll just see how it goes, John.
Christy operates on smoke signals. Dale is an equal opportunity birder.
Yeah.
Okay, I've learned to know this about Dale.
Yeah.
You better watch out. You better be quick to give him something back, because if not, he's going to just
Dale shoots with a shotgun.
Yeah,
it's got a spread pattern. It goes everywhere.
Everything, and he will splat you.
Yeah.
It was the fog. I could see the fog in the mountains.
All right, John. Let's see who's on here. It looks like Dale somehow or another pulled off being our first commenter. Congratulations, Dale. I guess it's probably because I didn't set this thing up till 2:30, 3 o'clock today. Denise
just happened to sneak in there.
Denise was in there second. Rick's on third again, he says. Chris, what's happening, buddy? And there was Christy. All right. Jessica's on. Casey's there. Do we all get crowns and numbers now on YouTube?
What does that mean?
Chris, you have a crown. Christy has a crown. I don't know what it means, but Denise's and Dale's are purple with a number 1. Chris's and Christie's are number 2 and they're white. Casey's is white with a number 3. But now Casey's a number 2. I don't know what any of that means.
Just top 3. You got to comment a bunch to get to the top.
I guess. I don't know. Let's make it a game.
Yeah. Start coming. Let's see who can get to number -0. To infinity and beyond.
Yeah. Bonnie's on there. Bonnie doesn't have a crown.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
Bonnie comments a lot, and she needs her crown.
Dale says no kings.
Oh, man.
Oh, see, Casey knows what it is. Says you got to comment a bunch to get to the top. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. Now we know.
I thought they were taking a number 2.
Yeah. Do you take it or leave it? I don't know
what that means. What does this mean?
Casey says, I jumped to number 2. It's a game now. Holy cow. Let's see. Who else is on here?
I don't think I have.
I don't know.
I would doubt I have a number, even though I just say hi.
Let's see. Christy says the redfish we caught with Jessica sure were good tonight. Nice. Yep.
Yeah, dinner time.
Denise says all I see are purple crowns. Yeah, but maybe you get the purple when you're number 1. I don't know.
Purple. Yeah, she's got purple. Everybody else is white.
The crown I want is liquor. Yeah. Speaking of crown, where's Tyler at?
He's in the ground.
Where's Tyler at?
He's in the ground.
Him on there. So, oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. We got a few people on here. Get back on this thing right here. And the funny thing is I don't see them. I don't see the crowns on there, John. See how they're not there. They disappeared. But the crowns are there. Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. So, John, we've been talking about it here a little bit. Oh, that is not the right button. But Blackwater Fishing and Social Club is not meeting tomorrow night. They are not having a tournament on Saturday. It's the holiday weekend. They decided to just go ahead and postpone it until August. Probably a good thing because the weather the rest of this week, well, I mean, it hasn't been fantastic today, but the weather the rest of this week is supposed to be poopy caca, so probably not a bad thing either.
Maybe she'll get a sword.
I don't drink Crown, only Morgan. Maybe I'll get a sword. Nice.
Buddy, that's good. Bonnie with a sword. You will buy my insurance or else. What are you going to do with that sword?
That's right. But she got to get her leg up. Got to get a little crown in. Or a little captain. You got a little captain?
Yep. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that is funny. What else do we got going on here? So, John, our little summer bash thing that we had.
Hey, that guy on the right does not have that anymore.
A beard? You are correct. You shaved that.
Hey, I shaved that belly off too. That belly's gone and that beard's gone. Both of them are gone.
We obviously we can't do all the raffles and everything that we do and give things away without our sponsors. Again, we want to thank Shasty McNasty Fishing, Captain's Cove Outfitters, Aquatic Nutrition, Jigs, Filletzall Blades, Sea Bass Welding, Q8 Super Baits, Native Nautical Mailboxes, Bonnie with State Farm, Sonny's Josh and Melissa right there, Stacy and Jeanette Photography, and we had that big anonymous prize package right there that I think somebody could have opened a small store with.
That one was loaded.
That had a whole lot of stuff in it there. And again,
standing like that.
There's that shotgun pattern again.
You definitely wouldn't be able to wear any underwear standing like that. That pirate was free balling standing like that. He had to be.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Well, they didn't wear underwear back then.
That's
Yeah.
Well, they did. They wore the knickers.
They had pants on,
but they probably had knickers on underneath there.
They didn't have boxer briefs.
They had a lot of silk back then. That was the big trade. It was silky.
Yeah, but you weren't putting it on your junk.
You don't put silk on your junk?
They did. No.
How do you know?
Because I was there.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I've lived many lives, John.
Peg leg tail. I'm standing on my sword. Oh man.
So John, what was your experience? What was your takeaway from our party? Did you have a good time?
Oh, absolutely.
You did?
Absolutely.
You remember any of it?
Absolutely.
You do? Absolutely.
I only had 2 zombies.
Yeah.
And she spread them out on me and she wouldn't give me any more. The girl won't let me drink.
Yeah.
It's hard to get drunk when the bartender says, John, you're not going to be a drunk and I'm going to take care of you. And that's that. Well, that's that.
There were plenty of other methods of ingesting alcohol at that party without going through
but I like
the bar.
I like to buy it from Bobby, and Bobby says, "You will not, under my watch, be drunk," and she means it. So, thank you, Bobby.
She didn't stop giving me beers, so I don't know what that means.
Well, I can tell you that she will not serve. So she's taken me under her wing and said, "That's that." And
she knows you get the dumbass.
Never done nothing wrong.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe she knows. She could tell. She could see it in your eyes.
It could help for it to be. I didn't know anybody could see my eyes because they're always closed.
Yeah. So, big shout out again to our sponsors. Another super duper shout out to Denise and Christy, who in a pinch ended up doing our raffle tickets for us and did an excellent job. It's a big shout out. Thank you, ladies, for what you did. Did an excellent job. Did very well. A lot of people wanted that native nautical mailboxes.
They went after that.
A lot.
I can't blame them because my mailbox, when it goes up, is going to be amazing. And that mailbox was absolutely amazing.
So we've got, we use this size bucket. We've actually used these buckets.
It was full.
And it was at least up to here.
It was full. Oh,
with tickets.
They were pressing each other down. Yeah. So heavy. It would have been full had you just put them in there.
Yep. So everybody was
wanted
wanting
the
a little piece of that mermaid mailbox right there. Let's see. What do we got going on here in the comments? Christy says, absolutely love the parties and enjoyed time with all y'all. Well, appreciate that. Lost it in the Barbary Coast. Chris says it was a great time.
It is where we can all hang out and be free and, get a little buzz or whatever. Hang out, dance,
a little buzz. What? Well, let's look at some of these. Let's look at some of these raffle winners right here. Look at that. We had quite a few winners right there, and then we had some winners right here. Look at that. It's I forgot. Chris got him a fish trap or a pinfish trap that if he puts it out, he might get to keep it if he keeps an eye on it. What else we got, man? There was a bunch of stuff to be had.
A bunch of stuff to give away.
Yeah. Look at that. We're not done.
Wow.
And then the big winner of what everybody wanted right there. There he is. Boom. Poor Harry.
This reminds me of
he put. I think he put enough money in that bucket to actually buy it.
He could have bought two of them. He could have bought two of them outright.
Yeah.
Hey, that picture on the right reminded me of fat guy in a Q8 coat.
Yep. True enough. Chris, you are right. The mailbox almost didn't make it past the stairs. He thought he was making the turn, and apparently
he didn't make it.
To my understanding, the mailbox is fine.
Okay. And Harry's ego is busted.
Yeah.
Harry's ego is busted.
So we had a good time. Raffle got over. I mean, we played some games, did some things, prior to the raffle. Everybody got to eat good. The raffle was over. We kind of cranked the music up a little bit. It took a little bit, right after the raffle. I think everybody went outside and smoked. They did. It's Bonnie pushed. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. Bonnie really wanted that mailbox too.
So
I think she was trying to take the mailbox and run.
Oh man. That is some good stuff.
Yep.
Tripped him, damaged him, grabbed the mailbox, run.
So Jim of Jim Jigs is on right now. I had Josh, Sonny's barbecue. He was looking over to Jigs, and these were the J-hook jigs, like this. And Josh comes up to me, he says, "Man, he changed the hooks. These are J-hooks now. The last one we used had the." I said, "Yeah, that was the V-lock." He said, "Man, that's what we caught that big." You've seen the pictures of Josh with the huge cobia,
Yep.
So that's what we caught the cobia on. I said, "Dude, I said, Jim Jigs is right there. You need to go tell him that story. He'll be tickled by that. So I think he went over and introduced himself and told him the story. I was like, yep.
The V-locks are pretty wild hooks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. But that was fun.
They hook and they hold.
But we did a little bit of dancing and about a.
I can't believe Bonnie said that. That's funny as shit.
And then about 11-ish, they tell us we got to wrap it up, and then
get outside.
That's where
and then they follow you outside.
We
like
take
it still work there.
We take it to the porch,
and then Bobby follows you outside like she still works there.
No, nobody says we can't be on the porch.
You can't bring the rest of the crew from inside outside.
Yeah. So I think we porch partied till about 2:30, and that was a whole nother interesting. That's we had some fun. I think we had some wrestling going on for a little bit. It was entertaining. Let's just put it that way.
They didn't leave my house till 1 a.m.
Yep.
We were hanging out down there, and we forgot about time because we started telling stories, and then we forgot to go back to the dang. We were supposed to walk back to porch. We forgot.
It's all right. Just say you left. Just say you left.
I did.
Okay,
I went to show the house. Then everybody started telling their own stories, and it was like, this is great because everybody had a different type of story they were telling, and some of them were pretty dang wild.
Yeah. Christy says we need video of the stairs. I don't know that there are any.
There could be. There could be video of the stairs. There is cameras on that place, by the way.
Yeah. Christy said the food was amazing.
The food is great there.
Thomas is on. Thomas, we didn't see you at the party. I was disappointed. Let's see. What's Rick? Last time I got home at 2 a.m. That was the last time. I don't know what time you got home this time.
There wasn't any wrestling. That's not what I heard, Doug. Well, I heard somebody took a tumble and the other guy was pretty strong. That's what I heard. I heard somebody got wrestled. Is that the way that worked out?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember, but there's video.
Oh, is that going to be shown next?
No. We can't incriminate. That could be used against Shasta McNasty Fish and Weeby Taylor and something. I don't know. In a lawsuit. I don't know. But it was entertaining nonetheless. So again, another successful party. I don't know what the count was. We probably at any given point had 100 to 120 people either in there, out front, in around, do whatever. It was
a lot of new people showed up for their
crowd.
First shindig, and they enjoyed it thoroughly. They were like, "Wow!"
So I had a couple of people say, "Yeah, a lot of them." They used the word normal people weren't there, and I'm like, well, I don't know who that was, but I mean, we had a bunch of regular folks and a lot of new people that had never been there before, So that was cool. Rick turned into Mac Daddy. He was out there dancing, cutting up, having a good time. Yep, there we go. Okay. She's my DD. Hell, just let James drive. He's old enough now. What is he, 4? Yeah. This is Florida. They expect stuff like that.
That's right. It's Florida. It's Florida kid driving, not Florida man.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. So. All right, so enough about that. But again, big thanks to everybody that helped make that happen. A big shout out to the Blackwater Bar and Grill. They always let us kind of do our thing there, and they are very cordial, and they just kind of let us be, and that's great. We did it a couple of times at the plantation when the plantation used to be open, and they didn't cater to the porch parties or the after parties or whatever. They did not like
cops.
that.
They had cops.
Oh, yeah.
The cops came.
So that because we've had a lot of people ask, why didn't you continue to do it there? And
no,
it just didn't work out how we like to do.
The Blackwaters knows that we know what we're doing and just let it ride. They don't need the help. They just serve us, and they know what to do. They know how to react, and they know what's going to happen, and they take care of us.
Yep, it was So we're happy and content, where we're at. All right, so moving on, guys. As you know, I got a night gig as well, and we're doing music bingo 3 nights a week at Cedar River Seafood to Bowie Bar and Nature Coast Bar and Grill. If you haven't come out to see us yet, come out and see us. That's a good time. Red snapper trips. We're running out there right now. We're I want to say we're getting tuned in on them, but I mean, every stop is a new surprise. They're definitely out there. We'll talk about that here coming up in a little bit. Red snapper. We found a consistent red snapper 108 miles out. It's a long run. And so we've done that a couple of times. But this past weekend, we went out there and we caught our red snapper, and we came back into where we were catching red snapper last year, which is turned into red grouper this year, going to catch our red grouper. And we had not been doing well on the red snapper in that area, and that's about 115 foot. This past Friday when we were fishing, we're going, all right, we're going to catch the red grouper here now, guys. Get ready. And we're catching red snapper again. I'm like, the red snapper weren't here last week, So,
these fish are funny. They really are. I think what they do is they give you a taste of the red snapper, you catch them, and then they scatter to just the sand, and they let everybody but drive by. They go right back to the hole, and they go, that's it. They're gone. We're good for the rest of the year. Yeah. And then Eric shows back up, and they're like, oh, no, there's a bait. Oh, no, a bait. What are they doing? What's going on here?
Yeah. So, if you would have asked last show, that they were out deep, 130 foot. And then, we came back this past Friday, and there they were at 115 again. So,
Strange fish.
Just
I think it's
chase the tide, man. Chase the tide. Just drive the boat. Have plenty of fuel.
I think it's proof that they have a tail and they do swim places.
They do.
And they can go pretty far, pretty quick.
So, generally, when we're fishing, even inshore, we'll get everybody lined up, and I would get throw right here. The fish are going to be right there. They're going to be at that point at the mangrove. They're going to be that point on the point. Inevitably, somebody always goes, well, what's that? Can I throw out here? And they'll throw out there, and I'll be like, you could throw out there. I mean, fish have tails.
Well, you're going to catch catfish. Yeah, that's what they catch.
And they normally do.
And then every now and then they pull up the stud 24-inch long trout.
No, that's
like, what just happened?
That's just Stacy.
It's rare.
Yeah, Stacy always goes and throws where you shouldn't throw. And
it does happen. Yeah. And then they go, take that.
Yeah. That's so it does happen. So fish do have tails.
Y'all need to come see Eric at bingo just one time anyways, because you don't never know what kind of shirt he's going to have on.
Ooh, yeah, I got
a
new line of shirts for that.
He's wardrobed now. he's got these killer wardrobe, like last night I noticed his brand new shirt just to see his shirt. So.
But you didn't notice the one that I had on the night before.
At the bookmark?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, well, it was the same line of shirt. You didn't make a comment on
I know. Well, I know, but I had my head in the phone on the hunt. So when that happens, I'm doing things.
What exactly were you hunting, John?
The great white snapper.
Uh-huh. So, Rick, you are correct. So, water temperature out there for these folks doing the scalloping thing, because I scalloped. When did I scallop? I scalloped yesterday. Yesterday was opening day. 80-degree temperature yesterday. And then the water was still 80 degrees today when we were fishing. So the water dropped, and this was the inshore temperature. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the water had gotten up to the 90s last week and is now down with all this rain and everything that we've been having. It is down in it was 80. It was 80 degrees. So the people were a little bit chilly doing the old scalloping yesterday. But I don't want to give away too much because we're going to talk about scalloping here shortly. But that was cool. We do not have a Captain's Cove tip of the week because, again, didn't make it over to today. Very, very busy. Like I said, I've been burning the candle at both ends. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Day off.
Looking forward to it. Yeah.
I'm off tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You get a 2-day weekend, or you took a day?
Plans. I've got plans for every day, so nice. I'm good.
All right, cool.
Kevin Dog Scallop report's coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up. Yeah. All right, guys. We talked about it earlier, but we got a big shout out to Jim's Jigs there. Everybody on the boat loves my caddy can. They're always asking, where can you get it? Go to caddycan.com, get 10% off using the code UC10.
Keep our waterways clean, and that caddy can does the job.
It does a fantastic. You push that trash in there and it doesn't come out, guys, until you unzip the top and you get it. Eric, we parked a few boats down from you Tuesday. Saw you out there. Oh, okay,
now, how
cool.
does he know it's you?
There's not this many good-looking men out there on the water, you know.
Well,
when you
I was
see
going to
one,
say,
you recognize
you
one,
see a pine tree out there. As if you see the pine tree standing there, that's Eric.
So yesterday, apparently, a bunch of people recognized me because I was getting
pine tree.
I was getting text messages.
Yep.
Hey, are they over there? You know?
No, we're here because we're just hanging out.
And the funny thing was, I had my phone out, so the sun was cooking it. I was like, oh shoot! And so I put it in I put it in the cooler,
Yep.
and then I forgot it was in the cooler. So as I was coming in, I go, oh, my phone, you know, and I get it, and I start checking it. I had all these messages.
Now, does the phone say it's too cold?
No.
It's funny. It can be. It's hot. It turns off. You freeze the thing, and it's like, let's go. I'm good. We can work.
Yep. So let's see. So where does that put us, John? I didn't have any captain's corners, so that's going to run us into Bonnie with State Farm. If you haven't got your quote yet from Bonnie, you need to give her a call at 352-484-0905, and Bonnie or any of her capable staff will give you a great,
Rate, the best rate they can give you.
The best rate that they can give you, and hopefully
it's a good one.
Hopefully it's good enough to get under Bonnie's little umbrella.
It has been on a lot of people.
It has been, yep. We have many a tailor is covered under Bonnie's wing right there. So big shout out to Bonnie for doing all that. Bonnie has a tournament coming up down the road a little bit, but it's still it's coming up November 7th. They raffled off a entry to that tournament there at the party on Saturday, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, guys, make sure you get signed up for that. That's going to be a good time. All right, so John, as you're aware, Bonnie always gives us something to give away almost monthly, and it was time to give away this little rod and reel combo right here. Nice little rod and reel combo. It's
I've tested it out. It's smooth.
Yeah,
drag smooth.
It's a 13 rod and reel, you know, combo right here. And all you had to do was answer some of Bonnie's super easy, you know, State Farm questions. And let's see. Who did we get to answer those questions, John? Let's see here. Don't go too far. We got to put that right back.
Oh, that's right. We got to draw.
Yeah, we're drawing for this thing.
We're going to pick a winner.
All right. Now, again, tired.
Tyler,
long week.
Tyler came out of the crown. Here he is.
Oh, there he is.
Hey,
yeah.
click back and see if Tyler's got a crown. How do you do that? Click that little thing. See if Tyler's got a crown.
Well, if it's because of comments, he hadn't been on there long enough to comment.
Nope. No crown for Tyler.
Denise still got a number one. Christy's got a 3. Thomas got a 2.
Yeah,
all right.
Thomas moved up. But
yeah.
Tyler, who's the crown guy, doesn't have a crown. How does this happen?
Yeah.
Does the machine not know?
Yep. So, all right. So let's see who was in the box. Now, if I don't mention your name and you know that you were on there, holler at us before we draw. But Dale is going in the box. Jessica is going in the box. Chris Grabner is going in the box. Casey's going in the box. Christy is going in the box. And Lane. Boom. There we go.
All right.
All right.
Tyler's like, I don't have a crown. What up with that?
All right. Yeah, Tyler, we're just figuring out crowns.
We're learning.
We don't know anything about it. We're just as surprised as everybody else. All right. If you know that you answered the question and we drew your name, blah, 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 all that good stuff, or we put you down and you're not in the bucket, I'm giving you just a few seconds to shout it out.
Speak now or forever hold your peace of losing.
Somebody
13.
is going to be the winner of that little fishing rod combo right there. The King of the Crown. That's right. Yeah. What did he get? Didn't he win some kind of super prize, like an actual crown or something? Or not a crown, a big throne.
Big throne chair.
Yeah. Okay. If even if your lag is lagging, we gave you enough time right there. Ooh. I don't see any.
Oh, he's got a crown.
Those
See
are,
it? A yellow one.
Those are just
I know.
avatar.
I know. I'm joking.
All right, you got us a winner. I'm guessing it's a girl.
It's a girl.
I'm guessing it's a girl.
We know one. I don't even have to answer it.
Congratulations, Jessica. I'm sure you're as shocked as the rest of us.
I can't. Huh. How do I? Never. I don't even know.
I forgot that, if her name's in there, you're not allowed to draw. Should we redraw?
I think we should
redraw.
Yeah, I'm going to throw hers over here.
No.
Redraw.
But I mean, Jessica won it, but just for giggles. Let's just see. Let's see how good she is.
Man, yeah. Let me hold the bucket.
Oh, yeah, you're going to hold the bucket. You're not drawing.
You're going to draw.
You've already drawn.
That's right. Let's see who would have won had Eric drawn.
Yeah, let's see here.
Look at her. No redraw. No redraw.
Let's see how good she is.
Yes! Well, bam! That's her unreal combo.
You cannot make
that up. You can't make that up. Oh my gosh, man. Wow. Damn it, John. I can't. Oh my gosh. Hey, when it's meant to be, meant to be. You gonna do it again?
No. Just to make sure that there's not a whole bunch of Jessicas in there. There's a Casey.
Yeah. Would have been a follow-up runner. Hey, you can't. Hey, you only got a number one. You can't have 11, Casey. So you ain't getting no rod reel.
Oh man!
But Jessica walks with the rod reel.
That is nuts. You can't.
I told God put it in the universe to win. God loves your universe with me and picking you. I'll tell you. Oh my gosh, good stuff.
Yep. All right.
Wow.
So the crowns have gone away other than the emojis on there. Yeah.
The crowns are gone. They said, that's it. No more crowns for y'all. They heard about it and they said, no, well, this is ridiculous. Who's doing this stuff?
Christy, damn it, John. Conspiracy going on there. Look, we both did it.
You can't make it up. Oh, man. Wow.
That is nuts. Boys, when are you going to ICAST? I don't know that we're going to do Wednesday through. We'll probably do Thursday and Friday, but John and I have to confer on that to verify.
Yeah.
But the 3 days might be tough, especially being as it Wednesday. We gotta do the show. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, so John, getting back to this here. Congratulations, Jessica. There you go.
Another fine win on We Be Tailing.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank
you, Bonnie, for once again supplying Jessica
with her stuff,
collection.
With her collection.
All right, John. So
when she finally opens Jessica's bait and tackle, it's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
There's a whole load of stuff there for her to sell.
So I don't know how much of you guys follow Q8 Super Baits. If you're on Facebook, you should follow them. If you're on YouTube, you should hit the like or subscribe, whatever the case might be. But they're putting a whole lot of little videos of me up in there, and I like it. I think they look good. So they have a big 4th of July promotion going on here. So on the 4th of July, if you buy one, you get one half off. And you got to use that fish code or that code right there, FISH50. So this is only on the 4th of July now. You buy one, you get one 50% off using code FISH50. So that's not too bad,
so
right
go
there.
Get you some Q8s.
Yep. Now again, that's going to q8superbaits.com, to get them. You just can't go into the store and use the code. But if you get them online, they got a big, huge 4th of July sale blowout, if you will. So make sure you guys use that. Let's see. Yep, she's a charter captain, needs all the tackle she can get.
Hey, the universe says all. The universe agrees with you, Thomas.
Yep.
Both me and Eric have made sure that she's taken care of with her new adventure.
Very much so. Yep. So, guys, Sonny's Barbecue, another big sponsor of the show and of our party right there, Josh and Melissa. Make sure you guys are supporting Sonny's Barbecue. I wanted that prize package that they were giving away, but John and I are not allowed to
We're
win.
not allowed to win, but man, those barbecues, it's funny, but guys buy knives,
Mhm.
guys buy guns,
Mhm.
guys buy sauces.
Mhm.
We just do. It's funny. Every time I walk into a grocery store, I hit the sauce on, I look for the new sauces. I'm like, yep, that one. Yep, that one. Did it today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
I just like sauces.
Mm.
Don't know if even what I'm going to put it on, but I got it. Sits there for a while, but have them.
When I lived in Louisiana for a little bit, a bunch of sauces.
See?
Because
sauces.
everywhere you go there's either a spice or a seasoning or
Something
a sauce
their
or
own
do
kind.
whatever. Yeah. So, you
Billy
gotta,
Bob's special sauce.
you buy whatever to kind of find. Yeah, I mean, you like them all, but you're like, all right, I really like this one. And this one really tastes good on the hat, or this one really tastes good.
It's got its own place.
Since I'm here in the bunker's plain Jane, bro. We gotta, we're getting the Walmart, what is it? Great value sauce.
Man, the great value. Not what I choose to buy, but okay.
Yeah.
And Chris, yes, they do work cut in half. So they still work. Even when a puffer bites it, you'll still catch a fish on the other remnants of it.
Very strong possibility.
Yep.
Just dead sticking it.
That's right. Dead stick it. It'll work.
All right. So, John, I did have enough time to half-ass some spotted buys right here. So we did spot Christy. She did go out with Jessica right there, and I think got the redfish. I think she said she caught her first snook, so she was very happy with that. We spotted Rick because Rick wasn't fishing, but we spotted Rick. He sent that in. That was his party picture. So Rick had a good time there. Yeah. Oh. And then we spotted Thomas, who brought up a good point and a good question. And it wasn't on his post, where I got that picture from, but I think it was maybe on the Crystal River fishing or something like that. He brought up a situation, and he says, what do you do when you're there fishing? You're fishing your rock, you're having a good time, you're there by yourself or whatever, and a boat comes up, throws the flag up, puts divers in the water. What do you do, John?
Well, if it's me, they're not going to like me because, number one, I believe in etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And etiquette to me means if you're there first, leave the island.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go next to people and fish. And I get irritated if I'm with somebody and they just got to go over there next to somebody. I let them have it. Yeah. So I don't just let the person that's coming in have it. I'll let the captain have it. If I'll say, no, I don't want to fish there. Yeah. I said, listen, man, we're cool. Let's go someplace else. Because sometimes you got a name on the boat.
Sure.
Sometimes they see who you are. And it only takes one little butthole to say, this guy pulled up on me. It's such a nasty fishing. I got son of a gun. And then the stuff gets on internet because that's how everybody's so jumpy, even though you may have done nothing wrong. You don't want to be that guy.
So there was, I guess this is going back maybe 2 weeks ago, a spearfishing tournament where you get to shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, maybe the tournament was out of Clearwater, but I guess a lot of boats came up this way or whatever. Well, that was the day we went scouting, and we ran all the way to one of those Air Force towers, way past Steenhatchee. We ran.
You were out there.
And we're out there fishing it, and we probably were there maybe 45 minutes, and a boat comes up, and they just start kind of driving around, going around the perimeter, doing whatever. And we're like, I guess maybe they're just looking for something special. I don't know. And they probably drove around 2 or 3 times, and then they eased up and they said, hey, how long do you guys plan on, fishing, there? As long as it takes. I said, I don't know why, what's the deal?
If you catch
I
a
said,
fish, we're gonna leave.
I said, there's a whole tower. I said, pull up, I don't mind, come on, let's fish. She goes, oh, no, we're in a spearfish tournament. We're doing to do this, that, and the other. And I said, all right. I said, well, guys, just do your thing. I mean, we're scouting. Wasn't that big of a deal. Well, I think by the time they messed around and finally got on anchor, we had, lost the 18th fish on a shark. And I was like, all right, guys, have fun.
Hey, go get him. Go get him, boo-boo. As Eric throws 5 pounds of chum in the water and says, y'all have a good time. See you later.
So
that sounds cool.
They at least had, the courtesy to ask and, had a little communication or whatever. Apparently the one dealing Thomas had to deal with not only came up on him on that rock, Thomas moved to another one and they barged right in on that one and did the same thing.
Man. So they would have had a problem with me because my cojones are bigger than they are. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'll let you have it. So now back when I was 25, I'd have really let them have it. They would have been very upset with me because I'll let the whole dang boat have it.
John would be on that boat going,
no. Now, John would be this mouth right here, would have let them know that, and all of them.
Just as good as a.
Exactly. But I can tell you that every one of them would have stung because I'm really good and I'm fast with stuff that they have no idea what I'm about to say. Because I did it to a guy one day and I made him so nervous he broke his own anchor and he couldn't get away fast enough. And the people that were on the boat went to the other side of the boat.
Yeah.
That's when I was young, though. I don't do that anymore.
Oh.
I quit. But that guy deserved it. Because he threatened us.
But there again, just use your best etiquette. That's we've had that happen to us a number of times, and you're not allowed to pull up on a boat within 300 foot that's got the dive flag out.
If they're there,
but if you're already there, and
they pull up on you, that's kind of
do the common. You got your phone, film it that way. If the FWC or somebody does come up and wants to bust you for being like, hey, look. We were here. Here's the video.
You got to be careful because you would be the one at fault then.
Sure.
Sad. Yeah. But I think they're using that to their advantage because they have a fault thing, and that's not right. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. So, all right, John, topic time. Not much of an impressive picture right there, but again, time wasn't
like
there
a
today.
scallop to me.
Yeah, that kind of looks like scallop wings.
Scallop?
So, John, they were laughing at me last week because if you do like this, what's that look like?
Eric's got wings.
I got big ears, like even bigger ears. Because I was in the center. I had like some gizmo, ears. There's some Ewok or something. Gremlin.
That's funny. That's pretty funny. Old big ears.
It was picking on me, John. I was by myself. I didn't have backup.
Man, yeah. Look, John, you ain't here. I'm sorry.
I didn't have John to protect me. There was man.
Yeah, see, exactly. Thomas James doesn't want to. It takes a lot of peace in yourself not to say something to people that are jackasses in life. But Musa, and it's good you two took the high road. I mean, as I get older, I don't do stuff like that anymore. But I'm telling you, if I would have been in my 20s, you probably would have been on the other side of the boat too, because I am fast and I am good and I can burn you. I haven't had my butt kicked yet. I can tell you that.
You should have been out there wrestling with us on Saturday.
I'm a lot stronger than I look. I'll just put it that way.
So, scallop report. Did you go scalloping yesterday, John? It was the opening day.
I was all over them scallops.
Where are you? Tell me about them, man.
All right, so I had people texting me all day, buckets of scallops. So what I'm going to say is they were only out there for a couple hours and they texted me buckets of scallops. So I'm going to say that there's some scallops out there. That's my report. Now talk to a guy that went.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we were in that. I think we started out 4.5 foot, maybe 5. Some of the people just had a hard time, little people where they couldn't quite touch or whatever. And they pretty much weren't experts at it, but they weren't new, you know, They had a hard time kind of seeing, you know, because you're doing it first thing in the morning. It's
different.
The sun's not up yet. We can't
glaze.
see him. We can't see him. I did a 2-boat charter, so we had the captain of the other boat. He jumped in right off the bat. He's just raking them in. We're like, guys, look, they're there.
They're there.
You know,
Please.
so once they realize they're there, they start to look harder. Then all of a sudden, they're getting them. They're getting them. So we went throughout the day, moved into 3.5 foot, and they were there at 3.5 foot. And yeah, so and this is about when I was missing some text, you know, here and there, and come to find out that they're in that 3.5 foot, but they're out there 6 foot and beyond. They're like they're out there thick 6 foot and beyond. You know, they're out there thick. You know, so they were talking about coming up 3 and 4 at a time, you know, out there. So, yeah, the scallops are thick. How long they'll be thick?
When there's a lot of
who
people
knows?
picking them,
Yeah, who knows? So,
but they also breed like crazy.
Fishing today, there was not a bunch of boats out there, you know, because it was a nasty
day.
morning. You know, well, it was a nasty day, but I mean, it was it started raining pretty early this morning. There were still some boats out there. Their boats were still out there when they were getting pounded on by the rain, and the boats continued, you know, to be out there. But it wasn't that thick. It'll probably be, if the weather keeps crudding on us, you know, the holiday weekend when most people can get at them, you're probably still going to do pretty good, you know. So most of them really good size. Hardly saw any of the really tiny ones, you know, so should be a good year. We put it at the plantation. There was people at the plantation cleaning. I'm sure that there'll be people at probably Pete's Pier.
They were at Homosassa cleaning. I saw them there Tuesday night. When we left your bar, we drove to the water, and they were playing karaoke down at McRae's. And then we looked to the left, and there was tables set up, and the people were still shucking the people's scallops they were bringing in. So the boats were coming up to the dock, handing them their scallops, and they were shucking them for them. Yeah. And there was a lot of them. There was 8-10 people there shucking.
Sure. So Rick, you know, you are correct. A lot of people go scalloping, and they're just expecting to either see the scallops swimming in the water, which you'll see one in a blue moon. They swim. Or they expect them to be just right there on the top of the grass where you go, no. You're going to have to move some grass. You're gonna have to...
They're camouflaged. They're very well camouflaged.
One of the ladies had the little foot technique. She could barely touch, so she kind of kicked the grass around and then kick the grass around and look.
Hey,
she was getting them.
She was
getting them.
Believe it or not, kicking the grass around and letting it settle actually will show you 2 or 3 scallops, and then you'll see more in the verge of them.
Sometimes they'll even kick up.
Oh yeah, they'll go
like,
clap.
Something's coming
they'll
out.
Clap. Yeah. But if they do fall through the hole, scallops grow fast, Dale. Believe it or not. Start of the season, if they're small, by the end of the season they're big. So they're not. It's not a breeding thing. It's a just don't keep a small scallop thing. It's got nothing to do with breeding. They've laid so many eggs while they're out there that it's already been done.
They only live like a year and a half anyway. So I mean, they're going to be from itty bitty to full size, you know, pretty quick.
Yeah, pretty quick. So it's a if you really research the scallop thing, you'll find out a lot of things you don't think that what a scallop can do, but they're amazing. Their life cycle and how they work.
They got to be fast.
They got to be fast. Their life is quick.
They can live up to 2+ years in the right situation and all that good stuff. But yeah, ours out here, year and a half.
Yeah, they're not making it more than. So it's all everything you see out there is what they bred, and that's what they do. Their whole life cycle is they let eggs out.
So scallop report, great for now. We'll see if it continues. Yeah, because I mean, it's always at least going to be different or decent, you know, the first week. But, you know, we'll see if it continues that trend.
I will tell you, the people in Homosassa also had their limits in their buckets. Yeah, so I was looking at what they were bringing in, and I looked at their buckets. Their buckets were full. And they had the 2 buckets. So they were full. I mean, each bucket coming in. So for both. So they had their buckets.
So, yeah.
What's legal?
Max per boat is 2 buckets.
Okay, so they had their maxes.
Yeah,
So
but if there's only 2 people in the boat,
no,
you know,
these were full. These
yeah,
were
full boats.
These
Yeah.
were full boats. One boat had 15 people on it. I mean, these people were scalloping.
So Dale, you are correct. Scalloping is great.
It is.
Book
If
your
you've never
trip
been,
now.
it's amazing if you've never been because you get to see the beauty of everything.
I don't push it real hard. I do scallops. I've got all the equipment for everybody to do and all that. So, you know, if anybody in our group does want to go scalloping, give me a call. You know, we will take you out there. So towards the end, the other captain got in his boat, and I said, if you're going to be there for a minute, you know, I'm going to jump in. And I was in the water, and I'm not good at scalloping. I'm okay, but I'm not great. And I was in the water for like 5 minutes and had 25 of them. So, I mean, it's
They're there.
But I enjoy snorkeling. You know, you're just kind of,
to see the bottom.
you're breathing, floating on top of the water. Everything's usually kind of quiet. Yeah. It's a very relaxing, it's a chill, you know.
It's fun to see
zen kind of thing.
The mangroves, the pinfish. And if you take a little piece of bait, the little pinfish come out and they swarm it. And you get to see the flounder. You get to see different kinds of things. I mean, and sand bottom diving, it's a lot of fun because you see crabs. You see all kinds of cool stuff. It's fun. You see the shark coming after you.
I want to see it coming. I don't want it to come.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to. You don't want him tapping on your back shoulder, going, "I'm about to eat you."
Yeah. So there you go. So as of right now, scalloping report's good, boys and girls. You know, like I said, hopefully it'll at least continue for maybe the full month anyway. You know, it always is going to slack off one way or another. Once the rain goes away, it'll be awesome. Well, you got to keep in mind that it's summertime now. You know it's going to rain between 12 and 6,
Yes,
you know, somewhere every day. Yep.
But here's the deal. Why is Rick worried about the rain? Scallops are already wet. You're getting in the water. What's the problem here?
Yeah.
What's the problem here?
Lightning.
Well, yeah. Well, lightning,
That's what I know. That scares me.
Somebody got hit. I was seeing some post about somebody in a boat got whacked.
Oh, wow.
Now, I don't know if they lived or not, or I didn't get the whole story, but somebody did get hit. I don't know where that was.
I don't like it at a light.
It's relaxing until you see a 12-inch tiger. What's a 12-inch tiger going to do? I mean, what is that, a big cat? What is a tiger? A 12-inch tiger? Those are tough.
It just reminds me of the other guys. That didn't go the way you thought it did. It tells the story about the lion developing breathing apparatuses to go eat the sharks. to hunt the sharks. That's a dumb movie, but it was funny.
What movie was that?
The Other Guys.
The Other Guys.
You got to watch The Other Guys.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I guess I need to watch
so
that.
you are saying we need to come
That's
back down
what
to
John
Scalloping.
Denise, a 1-foot tiger is nothing to be messing with.
So, just to let you know, the fish are still biting, even though all those scallopers are out there. You know, did go this morning, played in the rain, and
Did you catch
avoid
fish?
range. They did.
Nice.
Yep, they did. We caught some reds, caught a trout. In one spot, within 3 minutes, we had a slam. They had a little snook, a nice trout, and a red all in one little spot real quick.
Nice.
I was like,
Nothing wrong
cool.
with that.
Yep.
That'll work.
We were dodging in and out of the mangroves, trying to hide from all the crap that was
Thomas,
coming.
I don't know what's happening to you, buddy, but man, you guys were like cursed. I mean, the guy runs over your rope. He sits in your fishing spots. You guys might want to figure something else out.
You got to start working out.
Yeah.
You got to look more intimidating.
You got to stand up for your right to party.
Well, I mean, Thomas looks like he's 12, you know, so they're like, that's just a kid on the
well, then he needs to say, I am not 12. I will.
And that's not a down thing, because when
No,
you're
it's a
like,
good
when
thing.
you're our age,
It's a
you're
good
still
thing.
going to look like
Yeah,
you're 25,
that's right.
you know,
Yeah,
so that's
not a
yeah.
bad thing. This snake is foot.
Oh,
This is
mercy.
interesting. I know it's 12 foot. I'm playing. I too would be scared of said 12-foot tiger because I've seen them.
John, I'm going to put you on the spot tonight.
Me?
I am.
What?
Go ahead and show everybody what they're going to win tonight.
Why do I got to be on the spot?
What? Because
All right, so all we got tonight, because we didn't go to Cap's Cove, we got a bag QA. Oh yeah, wait, there's a little more. We got a bag of Jim Jigs.
We just had a whole weekend of giveaway.
But wait, there is a little bit more.
Yeah.
Not only will give you a little bit, but we'll give you a little bit of food,
Yeah,
too, for your
yeah,
tummy. Actually, that buys a lot of food right there.
There you go.
That buys a lot of food right there.
All right.
And that's it.
So, John,
Yes.
put you on the spot.
Me?
Yep.
Why me?
I need you to come up with a question right now.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That you know the answer to.
Oh. All right, this is going to be an easy one, guys. What's John's middle name?
Oh, my goodness.
This is terrible.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm just putting myself out there for absolute just
And the first
terrible.
5 right answers.
terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, okay.
That's all you got to do is what's John's middle name.
Yeah. Fred.
It ain't Fred.
It's been mentioned on this show
Yeah,
many
several times. It ain't Eugene, it ain't Patrick, and it ain't Fred.
Eugene's kind of close.
Eugene is close. Eugene is kind of close. Farquhar. It's not Farquhar. It's not Eugene. I thought they knew it.
Yep.
Well, this is not good.
Oh, well.
I thought they knew it. I've said it 1,000 times.
Yeah, well.
It's terrible. My middle name is
yeah.
Wilbur. Hey, that's the name of something else, Chris. I was given that name in high school. Wilbur. Robert. Oh, no. I thought they knew it.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to know it.
So I'll give him a clue here in a second.
They'll get the clue
Yeah.
because I know what clue you're going to give them.
Well,
I'll give them one.
Yeah, no, well, you'll just give it to them.
No,
Yeah.
I'll give them a clue.
Yeah. So,
Hey, the crowns are back.
yep. They're coming in hot and heavy now.
Yep.
So John's middle name is derived or is in a song from the 70s.
Yes.
They mention it quite frequently in a song from the 70s.
Yep. George. Hey, we got him. I thought they knew.
Yeah. You
said it several times.
Yeah. Well, it's been mentioned on here before.
It has.
Yep.
Okay, so here's a better clue. I am.
That's pretty good clue.
Yeah, I am the pompatus of love.
Oh, I told you would give it away.
I would. Well,
Yeah, that's what I said.
We got Clarence.
If I let John do it, he'll give it away.
It's Peter, pumpkin eater. Clarence. I am the pompatus of love.
Mm-hmm.
Some people call me not Miller, but that's close. It starts with an M. Hey, yay! Carter. Jessica Thomas. Tyler. Some people call me Maurice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. And the reason my name is Maurice is because the lady that had the baby with my mom spelled my name wrong on the birth certificate. It's Morris D. Schultz is my grandfather's name, Morris. The lady that filled it out spelled it Maurice, so my mom just left it, and I became Maurice, the pompatus of love. Steve Miller Band, right? It is the Steve Miller Band.
It
right?
is.
Yep.
Oh, I screwed up. I got all these little baby names in here.
Oh,
let me
no.
get rid of the small names. We just got the big names here.
Steve Miller Band. Morris D. Schultz was my real middle name, but it became Maurice, kept dog.
All right, there we go. All right, guess what? We got Dale in the bucket.
Space Cowboy Maurice.
Denise is in the bucket. Tyler's in the bucket. Jessica's in the bucket. And Thomas is in the bucket.
All right, I can't draw, so you got to draw.
Oh,
Jessica's in there.
shoot, man. Let's see if
Congratulations, Jessica. Hey, she can make a clean sweep here.
It could be.
Yep.
She could take it all.
She could have jigs for the rod.
All right, you give it a shake as well. You know, that way
All
it's,
right,
it's
that way it's
officially it's officially shook.
Congratulations, Jessica.
All right, we're just 2-1.
I'm saying Tyler wins it.
You saying?
That's who I'm guessing.
Tyler's been on
He's been
on the
a little
hunt.
scoop.
Casey's
Yeah,
been on
Casey's
the hunt.
been on
But
a little
let's
scoop.
see who we got here.
Oh, shoot. It is a lady.
It is a lady.
Oh, but it ain't Jessica.
Yeah. Congratulations,
Denise.
Denise. All right, Denise won the little prize
Look
package
at
there
Denise
tonight.
go.
Nice. All right.
Nice. That's very nice.
Nice. Yeah. Aaron.
Aaron. Hey, you're Aaron. I'm not Aaron. You're Aaron.
All right, everybody. Be careful out there doing that scalloping. Again, because
also-
apparently there are people in rental boats.
Also, be careful if you're drinking this weekend. Don't be driving because they're going to be out. I've already heard the word. They're out.
careful with the fireworks.
Yeah. Yes, be careful with the fireworks. Don't take your finger off. They are bad.
We like every last one of you. We want to see you back
careful
next
this
week.
holiday weekend.
All right, We Be Tailing is brought to you by Shasty Big Nasty Fishing,
Cap's Cove Outfitters.
Jim's Jigs,
Filletzall Blades.
Aquatic Nutrition,
You ain't super bait.
and Karrie's Custom Rod,
Stay Farm.
Native Nautical Mail, Power Pole,
Sea Bass Welding.
Sonny's Barbecue, Josh and Melissa.
Hippo Head Hotel. Rent them now, boys. Scallops on.
Yep, scallop season's here. All right, we'll see everybody next week.